My boss demanded I attend his daughter's wedding during my child's surgery. Now he's begging for my help after I quit. I never thought I'd see my former boss crying in my living room. The same man who once told me personal problems aren't company problems is now desperately asking me to return to save the business I walked away from 3 months ago. I worked at Reynolds Teppins for 8 years, gradually becoming the backbone of our client relationships. I created systems, developed our signature approach, and personally managed our top 5 clients who represented 70% of our revenue. My boss, Richard, took credit for much of my work, but I didn't mind. The pay was good, my colleagues were amazing, and I had flexibility for my family. Mine is especially important since my 9-year-old daughter Emma has a rare kidney condition requiring periodic treatments. Emma needed surgery minus a procedure we'd scheduled 6 months in advance. I had meticulously prepared everything at work, trained my assistant to handle emergencies, and made sure every client was taken care of during my 2-week absence. 2 days before Emma's surgery, Richard called me into his office. "I need you at my daughter's wedding this weekend," he announced, not looking up from his computer. "This weekend I can't. Emma's surgery is Friday and I'll be at the hospital through Sunday at least." He finally looked up. "Send your husband. Melissa specifically requested you be there to handle the Peterson account representatives who are attending. They're worth millions to us." I reminded him about Emma's surgery, which had been on the calendar for months. His response still makes my blood boil. "Everyone has personal issues, Sarah. My daughter is getting married once. Your daughter's surgery can be rescheduled. This is business." When I refused, he leaned forward and said, "Let me be clear. If you are not at this wedding, don't bother coming back on Monday." I stood up, placed my key card on his desk, and said, "I choose my daughter every time." The next 3 days were a blur minus Emma's surgery, which went well, thankfully. Recovery and dozens of panicked calls from colleagues as Richard realized none of them knew how to access my client systems or files. A week later, I received job offers from 3 competitors who had heard what happened. I accepted one with a 30% raise, full remote work options, and explicit protection for family medical leave. Yesterday, Richard showed up at my door unannounced. The Peterson account had pulled their business, then the Westover Group, then McIntyre Industries. The company was imploding. "I made a mistake," he said, voice cracking. "Name your price, whatever you want. We need you back." I looked at him, sitting there minus the man who had demanded I choose between my career and my child's health minus, and felt nothing but pity. "Richard, the price was respect. And that opportunity expired when you decided my daughter's surgery was less important than taking photos with clients at your daughter's wedding." As I closed the door on his pleading, Emma called from the living room where she was building a Yashint set minus healthy, happy, and blissfully unaware that she was ever part of a choice that wasn't really a choice at all. Some decisions in life make themselves, and some bosses learn too late that the real backbone of their business isn't systems or clients minus, it's the people they take for granted.